Morning, Greg here. For the very, very beginner, this is somebody that is just starting out on their journey to health. And if you're feeling like that you're maybe some overweight or a lot overweight, or that you're just not healthy where you want to be, if your diet is not where you want it to be, if you know that you're eating junk food and chips, stuff like that, things that are unhealthy for you. But you finally have gotten to the point where enough's enough, and you know it's time to make some changes. That's actually where I had gotten to um, just about a year ago. Is that it's time to make some changes, and I did. I slowly made the changes. I started watching YouTube videos. I started doing some push-ups. I started walking quite a bit. Um, Actually, I started walking to the park and then around the park a couple times and then back home. What I would encourage you to do is to walk as much as you can. Just get outdoors and just walk around your neighborhood to start. Just if you have a hard time just walking around the neighborhood, just walk down to the end of the block and back and start doing that every single day. And what you'll find is that the sunlight and just being outside, even if it's for 20 minutes, just being outside in the light and in the fresh air really, really is quite refreshing. Um, so this is for the very beginner. And if you're walking, that's great. If you're already walking a bit, that's wonderful. I would encourage you to walk more. There are app trackers on our app stores that we can get. If you have an Android, I think it's called a step tracker. That's the one that I have. If you have an iPhone, there's some kind of step trackers, and it tracks how many steps you took during the day as long as you're carrying your phone. So you're carrying your phone. It's like if I'm looking at my phone, at my phone, it tells me what the steps I take per day and also the mileage. And what it boils down to, it's about 2,000 steps equal a mile. Because I know that one full time around the park is 1 mile here, and it's also based on the GPS. So it's about 2,000 steps equal a mile. So I ended up walking 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, and then that's 3 miles. And then it takes me a half hour to walk here from my home, and then a half hour walk. So that's a total of 4 miles every day. That's just in the morning. And then throughout the day, walking to the grocery store is, don't try to park as close as you can to the front door. Park on the other end of the parking lot and force yourself just to walk, because you'll feel better. Your joints will feel better. Your body will thank you. The other major thing when you start working out is you'll find that you'll want to clean up your diet a bit. You won't want to eat as much. You'll want to not eat chips as often, and you'll want to just eat better and healthier, to make healthier choices. So there are a lot of healthy choices. What I would encourage you to do is that when you buy something and it has ingredients, look at the ingredients. If you turn it over, you'll notice how much sugar is in there. It's so surprising. I used to eat, cereal every morning at one point, actually most of my life. But then I started paying attention to how much sugar was added to it, and it was like 4 grams of sugar is 1 teaspoon, and there were 4, 8, 12, 16 grams per serving in a bowl of cereal. And look at how much sugar that is. That's a heck of a lot of sugar to be adding to your body. And they've proven and they know that sugar in our bodies actually are inflame our bodies, inflame our joints. If there's any problems with our body, is that sugar goes right to that area. Sugars go right to that area and they inflame it and make it hurt more. If you're dealing with other issues that are going on, any inflammation in your body, cancers, um, uh, any sores that you have, anything with your skin, any internal, those are all inflammation things that are going on in your body. So what I would encourage you to do is to cut way back on the sugars that you eat. So if you cut way back on the sugars that you eat, that is a huge, huge thing. Is instead of, like, if you're used to using, like in your coffee, a teaspoon of sugar or 2 teaspoons of sugar, look at other sweeteners. There's stevia. I use stevia. Stevia is great because it is a sweetener and it doesn't show at all um, in your body as far as your glycemic, uh, glycemic index. So it doesn't register and it doesn't increase your insulin. It's not inflammatory in your body. So I would encourage you to use like stevia sweetener instead of real sugar. The other thing is, in our bodies, when we're eating breads or cereals, anything with wheat in it, what that does, it it when we digest it, it actually turns into a sugar into our bodies. So when you look at when you look at bread and you look at the loaf, and it says how many, it's not the calories, but it's the carbohydrates. Look at the carbohydrates, and if it has 25 carbohydrates, that's like 4, 8, 12, 20. That's like 6 teaspoons of sugar that you're ingesting into your body. And I don't think any of us want to be putting things into our bodies that are just not healthy. So what I would encourage you to do is eat a lot less wheat products, anything that's made out of wheat, including pasta, spaghetti. If you go into the grocery store, you can eat just about any vegetable that you want to eat. You can fill up your basket with that. And it's like when I first started on this journey, I was reading quite a bit, and what it was suggested is if I could just stay on the outside aisle of the store, like where the fruits and the vegetables are, where the dairy products are, and over on the other end of the store, just stay on the outside and don't go up and down all the aisles, but just stay on the outside, that it'll be healthier choices that you'll be making. The best foods that you could eat are vegetables and also berries. Any kind of berries are wonderful food for you, great antioxidant. But anyways, I just wanted to give you a few ideas, ways that what I did to start and get moving forward to a healthier lifestyle. And I feel so much better. I feel so good that I am out in the sun. You see, I'm getting ready to put my hat on here in a minute because my forehead, I just don't want to get too much sun on it. A little bit early morning sun is fine, like now. But I just want to encourage you and to empower you to take charge of your health, take charge of your body. I have friends that are on insulin. And the thing is, once you get on insulin, it's just because you have taxied your body so much that it's worn out. You've given it too much sugar, too much wheat things all your life, donuts, chips, all that stuff. What happens is that your organs start wearing out and they can't produce the insulin, you can't produce the products that it needs in order for your body to run correctly. So then you get to the point to where you have to inject something in your stomach every time you eat or every day, and that's just really sad to see that happen. But if you can just clean up your diet now, instead of running your organs so tired that they can't even do it, they say that right now in the American diet is that there'll be like over 50% of people will be diabetic. And the reason why is because of the way that we eat. Purely, that's what it is. We're eating things that turn into sugar in our bodies. We're not eating healthy. So if you can, when you're shopping, if you can buy foods that don't have any ingredients. So if it has ingredients and you don't even know what it says, you don't even know what some of these words are in the ingredients, you know it's not good for you. But if you could buy the majority of your products that don't have ingredients, like corn on the cob, you got like squash, you got, lettuce, there's just the lettuce. There's not a list of ingredients in that food. That's the best thing that you could do for your diet and for your body and for your health, is to eat healthy and to get out. So is to eat healthy, number one. Number two is to get out and walk. Number three is to start using your muscles, which is your leg muscles, your arm muscles. I have friends that have told me is that they have a hard time getting up. They have a hard time, if they're down on the ground, they have a hard time standing up because they have not used their leg muscles much. So what I would encourage you is to just start doing something to getting healthy. If it's sitting down in a chair and then standing up, that alone is a really good exercise. It's just to stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down, and use that as an exercise. Another thing also is to use the kitchen counter, is to do like leaning up against the kitchen counter with your arms and do like a push-up against the kitchen counter. And I'm talking about for guys and girls. So it doesn't really matter. It's so important for us to keep our muscles. So just the way to start, and just a little bit of encouragement from me, is to pursue a healthy lifestyle, because as we get older, there are things that creep up on us. But if we're staying healthy, then we can live a longer life healthy instead of living a longer life unhealthy in the hospital, in and out all the time. We don't want that. We just want to live a healthy lifestyle. So that's what this channel is about. If you like, give me a like, subscribe, share. Love to hear from you. All right, you guys. Love you guys. You have a beautiful day. All right, bye.